Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. In this game, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Phoenix Suns here at their home Talking Stick Resort Arena. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. And the new power rankings are out, with the regular season coming to a close. You look at the Clippers. They slide down to the third spot, trying not to slide any further.
And when you look at Los Angeles, they've proven time and time again this season that not only are they for real, but they may be the team to beat.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Rajon Rondo's out there with the great one, and it's LeBron in at the 3. And for the Suns, Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Devin Booker out there with Mills, and it's Oubre in at the small forward position.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Mills. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound the Lakers. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, they came into that game looking to be physical, looking to control the boards, and they succeeded.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Oubre outside. 5 to shoot. And here's Booker from the off. No good on that one. And the Lakers going the other way now. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
Here's Oubre following the basket by Anthony Davis. Takes the 3, and Patrick Mills gets the 3.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
No good from the great one. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, the thing about Booker, not necessarily the quickest twitch athlete. He uses that smooth handle to gain separation.
Now here's Rondo. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Rondo. 6 points for Davis. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And here, late in the season, a good time now to follow up on our Rookie of the Year race. Which young players have separated themselves as the best of the bunch? You look at the great one all season long. He has proven again and again that he's the cream of the crop. He's in the top spot right now, and the hardware could be his.
And there's no more deserving candidate. Any other outcome than him lifting that Rookie of the Year trophy, and I'd be shocked.
It's got to be him, Greg. In a season where we have a ton of worthy candidates, he has been the most outstanding by far. Amazing. Even a little bit off target. LeBron knows how to finish the alley-oop.
Doris, last couple games of the regular season. But plenty of fireworks, I think, still to come.
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. You know this. We refer to the playoffs as, quote, the second season. And for many teams, this is where the real struggle begins. Every game takes on such great meaning, so much more dimension to it.
Here's the great one. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And the Suns here with a different look. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Diallo comes in for Saric. Mikal Bridges checked in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Patty Mills. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Lakers. Green comes in for James. Now here's Booker. 26 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy.
And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Davis has got 8 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Kaminsky. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Johnson kicks to Kaminsky. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
Well, terrific job by Tyler Johnson to do exactly what they want him to do. Find his open teammates.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. And here's Caldwell-Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Leading by 5. No good from the great one.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against the Lakers.
And this is what Tyler Johnson gives you. This guy can score it, he can pass it, he can also get contact as he does here.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Well, over the last few seasons, Tyler Johnson turning himself into one of the premier options off the bench.
Kevin, you could easily see this guy winning a 6th Man of the Year award in the future. He's versatile in terms of where he can slot in offensively. He's always looking to score, and you need that kind of punch off the bench.
So he gets them both.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Phoenix, no good that time either. Lakers leading by 3. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The great one. And again, no good by the Lakers.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
Here's Jerome. To the middle. Here's Kaminsky. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Here's Kaminsky.
Now, Dwight Howard staying engaged on the defensive end. Boy, does he make an impact.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Lakers lead by 3. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got. group on the floor. The Lakers have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now. On the free throw, no good. Of course, you can't help but notice the teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to settle, correct?
Exactly right.
Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Mills out there with Devin Booker. And it's Oubre in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Danny Green, he's checked in for James. And both free throws good for Mills. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6 foot nothing. And that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Here's Mills after the made shot from the great one. Mills looking it over. Kicks to Oubre. Lets it go from deep. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, you have to respect how fast Kelly Oubre gets his shot off in catch-and-shoot situations.
The great one passes to Kuzma. Oh, that's blocked. Booker against Green. To the right side. Mills finds Oubre. Sharge with it. Booker outside. 4 on the shot clock. The 3. The rebound by the great one. The great one's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Boy, he hasn't found the range yet here in the second period. Only 1 triple for him tonight.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
That's good from the great one. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. The Lakers also with the sub. McGee's checked in. Both free throws good from the great one. Suns trail by 5. And there's the pass to Kaminsky. 36 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Los Angeles leading by 5. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. The Lakers have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Both free throws good from the great one. Here's Booker. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Right wing. And Phoenix turns it over again.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Here's Kuzma. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from the great one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Great one out there with Rajon Rondo. And it's James in at the 3 slot. Now here's Šarić. Oubre on the wing. Pass to Mills. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Sinks the triple. Mills has got 8 points.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The great one in that last game against the Kings played superbly. He had 44 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
And that one misses. So it's such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career and what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kevin.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a handoff.
Shot's good from the great one.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And the Suns call time here.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
So for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Šarić. Mikal Bridges comes in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Johnson in for Patty Mills. And then for Los Angeles, Howard comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Avery Bradley in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Kaminsky. Passes it to Bridges. Now Ayton. Over Howard. Misses off the right iron.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's find out the news on Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. David, what's the update?
Thanks, guys. I got a status report from Los Angeles' head athletic trainer. He told me they diagnosed it as a sprain in his foot. Fortunately, it's not a fracture, but still nothing to take lightly. Hopefully, Kevin will be able to still see him out on the floor with his team during the playoffs.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the update. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Johnson finds Booker. Back to Johnson. Pass to Bridges. There's the pass to Booker. They need this. He gets it in there.
What tremendous instincts as a scorer for Devin Booker. Get in that mid-range game, sir.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Both teams will make substitutions. And how about we check out the group of rookies with the best percentages from the charity sport this season? Well, you look at the great one, deadly on the stripes. Someone you do not want to foul.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
Green passes to the great one. Lakers passing it around. Fires the three. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
The Lakers have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
You know, even as Dwight Howard heads for his mid-30s, I believe he can still impact the game. This guy is a physical specimen. He can be a tremendous force as a shot blocker and a rebounder.
Now here's Diallo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. For three, Bridges, and it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Here's the great one. He's guarded by Johnson. The great one passes to Cousins. Here's the great one. Knocks down the three ball. The great one's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Lakers.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Jerome passes to Johnson. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Johnson's got 5 points so far. Lakers leading by 15. Here's the great one. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Jerome. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Johnson right side. Bridges passes to Jerome. That misses off the backboard.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's the great one. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Suns trail by 18. We got Frank Kaminsky. Shaq Diallo is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Bridges. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Cousins. Passes to the great one. From 17 feet out. Good. He hits the jump shot. The great one's got 13 points in the second half. Well, Phoenix shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Pass to Kaminsky. Over to the wing. This one for three. That shot off the mark. And it's the Lakers the other way.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
The great one passes to Cousins. Count that bucket.
This really puts the defense in a bind. Cousins on the roll is absolutely brutal.
And the Suns call time here.
Well, the suitors didn't jump out full throttle to sign Cousins in this past free agency. Still wary of his health. Ended up having to take another one-year contract, this time with the Lakers. Cousins, though, still hoping to show he's a franchise-caliber player.
The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in. Here's Mills. We're seeing some great shooters with length. Tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now. But when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters. Men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Sharch finds Oubre. Hits the three-point bomb.
He's starting to develop that range. Maybe the stroke isn't perfect, but Oubre showing promise.
The great one passes to Davis. Baseline J on the way. Here's Kuzma. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the play.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
Free throw good, Booker.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
The shot's good from Kuzma.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Suns trail by 21. Mills with it. Pass to Booker. From outside the arc, another 3 for Phoenix. Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
And it's Mills with the ball for Phoenix. They trail by 18. Booker looking around. And what a play, just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. Floats it up for James. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got 6 here in this quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And, of course, this season for these guys has been just remarkable. Win after win, we've watched them take on the best teams in the league and dispatch them with ease. Tonight will mark win number 72, adding to this storied season one more time.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for the Great One.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
And that one is good.
Boy, what defense. Determination from Dario Saric. So good at being aggressive around the rim.
Here's the Great One, defended by Booker. Puts it up from 7. The shot's good from the Great One. The Great One's got 30.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about does it for the final game of the NBA. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Owen, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.
Hey man, Kenny here. I thought you did a great job of keeping everyone involved. What happened out there that allowed you to rack up so many assists?
My teammates were knocking down shots, man. I mean, you can have a great system, which coach has established here. You can stay patient, move, run, plays all the way through. But if the ball doesn't go through the net, guess what, man? No assists. That's why I say, if anything, the guys carried me tonight.